Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. We begin with our first story. The search has continued for missing persons following the flooding disaster in Mokwa, Niger State earlier this week, as families seeking the whereabouts of their loved ones. Emergency authorities already put the death toll to over 100 and an unestimated number of persons remain missing. The heavy rainfall began late on Wednesday and persisted into Thursday morning, causing the River Niger to overflow and submerge homes in Mokwa, sweeping people away in its path. More than 3,000 homes were destroyed, displacing thousands of residents. The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, Zubaida Umar, has said investigations into the cause of the flood are ongoing, while efforts to provide essentials to survivors continue.
It's a very tragic situation, unfortunately a very sad one. As you can see, we've been on ground providing, in conjunction with Red Cross and other organizations, providing search and rescue. And what I can see is quite devastating. According to our records and the number of bodies so far, we have about 111. But now talking to the head of the district, he's telling me that they're estimating over 200. But to our own records, we have 111 bodies. We've already started so far. We have food and non-food items available for them. And we also have a mobile clinic. We've also come with mobile water purifiers so that they can have access to clean water. And what we're asking them to do as the community is to ensure that they have a clear list of numbers of both missing and the dead and how many people lost their homes, so that we don't go around chasing figures. And if you look closely, you can see that there are quite a number of houses on the water channel. It's a very deep gully. You've seen it for yourself. And what we're pleading is that the communities need to come together and also assist us in the search and rescue, which they have already been doing. But not just that, we need to come together as one to ascertain the exact numbers of misplaced and the ones we have lost as well. They've already identified a place where we can set up a camp and to take people into that place. We're going to visit it right now as well. Our men are already on standby. I'd like to also call on all well-meaning Nigerians that can assist to please come to their aid. And if there's anything that you can donate, you can also donate to them, because it's a huge one.
The Yobe State government is scaling up agricultural support as it prepares to distribute free farming implements to 10,000 farmers across its 17 local government areas. Governor Mai Malabuni's midterm agricultural push is being described as a strategic move to empower rural farmers and boost food production in the state.
In the farmlands of Gogaram, Uso and Dawaya communities in Jakusko and Bade local government areas of Yobe State, activity is in full swing. The Yobe State government is acquiring multi-billion naira worth of farming implements ready for free distribution to 10,000 farmers across the state. Commissioner for Agriculture Ali Goniri is leading a statewide inspection of irrigation zones to identify genuine beneficiaries of this agricultural intervention.
This is basically to assess the level of irrigation farming in the two local government areas, based on the directives given by His Excellency, the Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Mai Malabuni. We want to empower the irrigation farmers in Bade, Jakusko, and the rest of Yobe State.
The inspection team meets Nasiru Umar, a farmer in Jakusko local government area, harvesting his rice. His farm produces only about 1,500 bags annually. Since we were brought up, this is the occupation our parents taught us. It was in the last 11 years we got fortified seeds and we started farming it in large quantity of about 500 bags for each cultivation period. If a dam can be constructed for us, it will assist both the crop and the livestock farmers here. The commissioner responds on the spot, donating farm inputs to encourage productivity.
I wish to allocate some agricultural inputs for you free of charge. And we want to give you solar power water pumps, 2 solar power water pumps for you and your brother, and some quantity of Paro 44 certified seeds for you to boost your agricultural activities, the irrigation farming here in Jakusko local government.
For local leaders, irrigation farming is not just growing food, but also growing jobs. They hail the initiative as a powerful tool for youth empowerment and economic growth in Yobe's northern belt.
As you have seen, this vast land is a land with my people are farming in the area. From this place up to Gli of Jigawa State, my people are farming in the place. And then one of the funny thing, you can get somebody which is a graduate, but he is not school. He is not working in the local government or in the state government. He is not a civil servant, but he is farming. He depends on farming.
Irrigation farming, people have been practicing it more than a decade, and we have derived a lot of benefit from it. So we are looking for this kind of opportunity, this kind of chances, the government to come in to encourage our people to support them.
With over 70% of Yobe's population depending on agriculture, stakeholders believe sustained government support will reduce unemployment and prevent food insecurity. From direct support to long-term planning, Yobe State says it's sowing the seeds of self-reliance, one farmer at a time.
And now to other aspects of development. As more students key into the Nigeria Education Loan Fund, NEL Fund, the Gombe State University says it is witnessing a groundswell of scholarship grants for its indigent students from public-spirited individuals and groups who have heeded its clarion call to invest in the future of the scholars and support government's efforts. Amid the prevailing economic realities, the university made a public appeal for sponsors to help promising students stay in school. And the appeal was largely embraced by many organizations, the latest being the Zakaria Jida Foundation, which is providing full and partial scholarships for at least 300 indigent students of Gombe State University.
Since its establishment in 2004, the Gombe State University has grown in leaps and bounds, from the first undergraduate teaching of 370 students in the 2005-2006 session to over 20,000 graduates split across 2 campuses in Gombe and Duku, and a 3rd campus for smart agriculture in Malam City, which was recently approved by the State Executive Council. Not all these students find it easy to pay their way through school, and despite the federal government's introduction of Education Loan Fund and scholarships provided by the Gombe State government, more indigent students need support to stay afloat.
Most of the indigent students may not be able to cope without having support. Sincerely, we made a call to all the well-to-do individuals, specifically from the state, to find a way of extending their charitable acts to the students in the university by paying their school fees, or at least giving them some token to support their stay in the university.
To get more students enrolled, the university is enlisting the support of individuals and corporate groups to help students obtain their degrees. And it seems these efforts are getting the desired results.
The school has increased the registration fee, probably almost 90% or more than 100%. So this makes it very difficult for the students to be able to do the registration. And this is the reason behind we came in and play a vital role in supporting them.
This scholarship, it will serve as a catalyst that will facilitate our studies and our activities in the campus at large. The students on the campus are facing various problems regarding their studies, be it from accommodation fee, registration fee, and the rest.
It will help me in my financial problem for paying my dues, handouts like books and the rest, departmental issue.
The solicit for support follows the state government's increase in school fees by 120%. A move, it says, was necessary for the institution's development.
The federal government, through the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, in collaboration with the Taraba State Universal Basic Education Board and the Universal Learning Solutions, has commenced the training of more than 1,250 teachers in the use of a tool called Jolly Phonics for teaching, reading and writing in schools across Taraba State. The training program is organized for Taraba State Public Primary School teachers on Jolly Phonics under the Teachers Professional Development Program of UBEC. This training, organized by the federal government through the Universal Basic Education Commission in conjunction with the Taraba State Universal Basic Education Board and the Universal Learning Solutions initiatives, is aimed at ensuring that teachers in public primary schools in Taraba State deliver literacy teaching using global best practices for sustainable teaching and learning. The program, Jolly Phonics, is a systematic synthetic phonics method of teaching that combines stories, sounds of alphabets, actions, music and songs in teaching to make learning more interactive and comprehensive.
We do not teach children reading and writing, particularly from an early age, using the letter names. So we use the letter sounds to teach them. However, when they get to primary 2, we now begin to introduce the letter name and begin to introduce other aspects of reading, things like tricky words, magic E, because these are other elements that also play. But at the beginning level, you don't bring that because it confuses the children. Currently, we are training 1,250 teachers across the state, and immediately after the training, we plan to work with the board to embark on a comprehensive monitoring of these teachers to further provide support, resources and everything they need to deliver in their classroom.
1,250 teachers were selected from 16 local government areas of Taraba State for the program, and this aligns perfectly with the state government's free education policy. Okay, we have A. The government says it is excited to introduce Jolly Phonics into its curriculum of teaching at the basic level.
This program is served as a bedrock for this free education because pupils have been given orientation. They have been familiarized with with all that they're supposed to be taught in secondary when they reach in secondary schools. Because with these methods, pupils will be well equipped so much that before they move to the higher class in the secondary school, they are already known how to write, how to read, at least how to behave very well in the class.
Some participants at the training believe it is a new dawn in their teaching profession, which will cascade the knowledge acquired for the better teaching outcomes for the future generation.
When the teacher has has nothing to give to the children, I think the children will have nothing to learn. But as it is now, in our down level, that's the ECC, that's early childhood level, we have a lot of skills and method to teach our children and to give them the best. And by God's grace, it's a starting point and a turnover to the educational system, especially in primary school in the state.
I normally teach them letter names. And then today I learned that it's very important to use the letter sound because the letter sound is full of action activities. And this is what exactly children like because they don't want sitting in one place and then learning. So through the action, it motivates them to learn the more instead of sitting in one place.
First word is fun. The state government believes that the program will also boost teachers' confidence and enable them deliver effectively on their mandate as teachers. The governor of Adamawa State, Umar Fintiri, has flagged off the construction of a $19 billion naira new ultra-modern conference and events center in Yola, the state capital. The governor, while performing the groundbreaking ceremony in Yola, described the project as part of his administration's policies geared towards promoting investment through the provision of tangible infrastructure. Governor Fintiri laments situations where the investors are invited without the available infrastructure that will enhance their ease of doing business, hence the need for an ultra-modern conference center in the state.
All is set for the groundbreaking of the ultra-modern conference and event center in Yobe, the Adamawa state capital. Governor Umaru Fintiri, his deputy and other top government officials are received at the event by the Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development. They are also welcomed by other invited guests, including the State Working Committee members of the People's Democratic Party and traditional rulers from across the state. The conference center is described as another major milestone in the list of legacy projects embarked on by Governor Fintiri's administration, which are transforming Yobe, the state capital, into an economic hub.
Today also commemorate 6 years of Governor Umaru Fintiri's administration, which has been marked by remarkable progress and development. Your leadership has brought transformative changes to our state, and this conference center stands as a testament to your vision for a more prosperous Adamawa.
I want to assure Your Excellency that, inshallah, within the 12 months period you give for this contract, it will be delivered. We believe this is achievable. Inshallah, it will be achieved, and ensure cost control. We must, inshallah, make sure that the project cost will not be exceeded, and the time will not be exceeded, and the quality control will enhance.
Given more details on the project, Governor Fintiri says it's a reflection of his administration's bold vision of building the Adamawa state of the future by harnessing opportunities in the hospitality and tourism sector.
The continuous delivery of the dividends of democracy and good governance to our people, and our people through the initiation and executions of projects that places our state strategically on the map of progress and bring shared prosperity to the people as we collectively march into a guaranteed future with pride. The center, when fully constructed, will boast state-of-the-art facilities, galleries, mini halls, administrative offices, restaurant, tea rooms, outdoor seating arrangement, and uninterrupted power supply.
He and other dignitaries then performed the symbolic ceremony, signaling the commencement of the construction process. The mission is to create a conference center with a 1,000-seater multi-purpose hall, syndicate rooms, a 360-capacity auditorium, seminar rooms, restaurants and cafes, among other facilities that will generate revenue for the state, provide employment for people, and beautify Yobe, the state capital.
And Governor Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State has inspected choice metropolitan projects as part of his broader plan to develop the state. The places toured by the governor include the Mega Science College in Gombe, the ongoing construction of the High Court and House of Assembly complexes, the Ashaka Dual Carriage Road, Gombe Mechanic Village, and a host of township road networks. The governor, who also laid the foundation for an ultra-modern state secretariat to house all ministries in the state, is optimistic that the projects, which will be delivered before the end of his second term, will reposition Gombe State on the path of sustainable growth and development.
Matching words with action, Governor Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State leads a team of experts to inspect ongoing multi-billion-dollar projects spread across the state. The governor's entourage makes its first stop at the Gombe Mega Science College, one of the legacy projects aimed at boosting the development of artificial intelligence and nurturing young minds for technological and scientific exploits. Next is a three-arm zone, where the team inspects the progress of work done at the House of Assembly and the High Court complexes. Here, he lays the foundation for the ultra-modern State Secretariat that is expected to be occupied by over 60,000 state civil servants.
We thank the Almighty Allah for sparing our lives to witness this remarkable, unforgettable, historic, and memorable occasion.
We are saying three-arm zone. This consists of House of Assembly complex, High Court complex, and the State Secretariat. So these are the State Secretariat.
Shortly after, Governor Yahaya inspects the mechanic village and the level of work at the Gombe Ashaka Road project. He expresses satisfaction with the quality and speed of the projects.
I've said it times without number, that at the pace we are going, and with having in mind our promises to the people, and considering the current situation Nigeria is in, we are doing creditably well, and it's not my effort alone. It's the effort of the team and all the stakeholders.
The quality of the projects is highlighted as a testament of good legacies.
Alhamdulillah, when the executive governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Mohammed had come on board, there are so many facilities that are lacking in Gombe State. And most of these facilities are the backbone of administration in any serious government. So when he came on board, Gombe State, since its creation in 1996, we don't have a state secretariat complex.
As Governor Inua Yahaya continues to inspect ongoing projects and commissions new ones, he is confident that his stewardship will serve as goodwill for the re-election bid of President Bola Tinubu.
Let's get more from Taraba State this time now as we return there. The governor's call for unity earlier today when he was hosted to a civic reception by local government areas in southern Taraba is in focus. He called for unity across the state, reiterating that development cannot happen unless the people live together in harmony.
I remain fully committed to you, to every community in Taraba State, to every dreamer in Taraba. Let us not let the voices of division to destroy the quiet work of transformation. Let us not feed the enemies of progress with negativity when we have every reason to stand tall in hope and unity. My good people, once again, I want to thank you, but let us not allow doubt to weaken our unity. Let us not turn our wars into weapons against the future we are trying to build together. If I succeed, it is our collective success. If I struggle, I will ask for your prayers and your support, not for me alone, but for us all in Taraba. Let this reception today not only celebrate the past, it should renew our hope in what we can achieve together in the remaining years. Let us turn whispers of doubt into songs of encouragement. Let us prove to Nigeria that Taraba stands for unity, that Southern Taraba stands united, that will carry belief in progress, and that together we will move this state forward.
The governor of Taraba State there, Agbu Kefas. And with that, we end the program this afternoon, urging you to join us again same time next week, of course, when we'll bring you another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.